Welcome to Pro Tool Reviews. What I have for you today is Makita's new Maktrak storage system. This modular storage system is a little different than everyone else's. And if you notice, Makita isn't the first one in the game here. We've seen other offerings from other manufacturers for quite some years now. Makita sort of sat back, watched what was going on, and figured out, what's the best way to come out with something that's unique, different, and maybe, give some other users some new versatility. And that's what this system does. Everyone else's system sort of is a vertical stack system. Well, Makita's is sort of horizontal. It all begins with this rolling tool chest. If you notice, this is sort of set up more like a dolly kind of model. You got large wheels at the base. We have a handle that extends out of the top, and now we attach all of our other boxes and accessories to this main box. Now we can tote this around, and I'll show you that a little bit later, some of the features of this particular model. But what we do is we use this as the building base. And this is a large tool case. There's a lot of space inside of this thing. And what I'll do is I'll break down sort of the commonalities between these different toolboxes. Now there's 7 pieces to currently what's on the market. More things are in the works. Currently it's 7 different types of boxes, and you can mix match these boxes to build out exactly what you need for your job site or your truck or whatever your type of work you're focused on. And they're gonna be adding more to this as time goes on. But the commonalities are this. One is that they have large latches, something that you can grab when you have gloves on. So you can get your hands in there with gloves on and not have any issue opening these up. So large latches, and beyond that, one other cool feature is, if you notice, I can open this side, but I have the same large latches on the back side, which allows me to open the lid from 2 directions. Now, not every box has this feature, but some of the larger ones do. So you have access from both sides of the box. Or, if you need to, you can completely remove the lid as well. So again, thinking through what you might be using the box for or for access, Makita has you covered. Also, if you notice, these latches have large bars, 1/4-inch bars or so here, that act as both the latch and the hinge. So you actually have some substantial material in there. You're not gonna have to worry about breaking those off. There's also molded in locking points in the lid. And since this opens from both sides, there's a locking point on both sides of this box. So you can put a hasp style padlock on here, lock this lid down, and no one's gonna be able to open it up. So opening this up though, come around to the side here, we have some other unique features to look at. One is nice big trays inside of here. So got a nice tray that we can definitely use to store goods in. We also have sort of what looks like a Molly style dividers in here, but these act as more than just dividers. We can use these to use Velcro or zip ties, attach things to these, use this as a divider inside of the toolbox like this. And these are available for purchase separately as well if you need more of them. And we can move this around inside of here as well, depending where we want it. But we can also do something a little bit different, is we can take this divider out, and there's some included screw holes in here, here, and there's some already pre-molded in holes in the lid. Well, we can take this and actually fasten this securely to the lid of this box, which then would allow us to create yet more tool holder possibilities. So if we're using, for example, Velcro strapping, we can use some Velcro straps running through the Molly here and then strap our tools to here. That way when we close the lid down, guess what? Our tools stay put. So a little versatility built in with this. And again, this is what comes in this box, but other ones are available for purchase as well. And also, if you notice, it already comes with cables that are installed on the lid. These are removable should we want to remove the lid, which is kind of nice. So I can take these off, take the lid off, or I can latch these on so my lid doesn't snap back on me. But if I want to lock my lid open, what I can do is, again, included in the box, uses this metal bracket, put that on there. It allows me to lock the lid in an open position so it won't come crushing down on my hands as I'm reaching for tools and materials. So nice versatility there. One other feature that I also really like is the fact that you can put your tracking devices in here. So if you're using air tags, for example, there's a spot built into every box that allows me to place a hidden air tag. Now, having had tools stolen from me before on a job site, actually twice, I had 2 job site trailers cut open and all of my tools removed. And side story here is that I spent a great deal of time looking for those tools in pawn shops and asking around, and of course my stuff disappeared. Stuff was gone because I was full of good stuff in those 2 different instances in those job site trailers. But with technology and the integration of technology into a lot of our tools that we have now, we have ways to track things. So if something happens to grow some legs and walk off your job site, we got you covered here. So here's just a little example. Pretend this is our air tag right here. Hidden up in this spot, up in the base of where this hinge is a little pocket where we can put in an air tag or another tracking device. So it allows us to be able to track where this toolbox is should it disappear, or if we're just curious to see where it's going. It's nice when we see little features like that built in. I'm not having to worry about hiding an air tag somewhere. I can just buy air tags, put them in my boxes, and I know where they are. Now that's included in most, if not all of these boxes as well, and we'll check them out as we go box by box to see if that has that little air tag security feature. So just another nice little, I would say, nicety. Now, moving along as well, another nice thing when we use a large rolling chest like this, we actually have space for some really large tools. So if you have, reciprocating saws, or you have rotary hammers, or just larger power tools, this is a place you can put your power tools and have enough space for them to have ample storage. So a lot of these other vertical storage systems, shall I say, maybe a little hampered by the ability to, or the inability to store large size tools. With this box, especially as the base box, you're gonna have lots of space in here to put whatever you need to put in there. So closing our lid down, again, also want to note before we close that, this is a gasketed lid as well. So these lids fit down tight once these latches are latched. I'm not sure the IP rating on these, but they definitely are dust and water resistant. And yeah, there's a nice heavy rubber seal built into the lids of these. Easy to latch, nothing to get caught on there. As we spin this box around too, nice large handle here. So when we're moving this box around, pulling it in and out of a truck, I have a large handle here to be able to grab onto. Also a flat bottom here. So should I use this box in a vertical configuration, which you can, it'll stand up on its own. So this box, even with a load on here, I'll be able to stand it up on its end and use it in a vertical storage position. The other thing that's nice is I got an extending handle, so I can pull this handle out, and again, gives me sort of more that dolly style configuration as I tote this around my job site. Now, one thing some of our guys here at the shop notice is that this handle doesn't really have a forward locking position so much. I don't know if that's going to be a problem or not. We haven't really loaded it up to try it out. But most of the time when you're using a dolly, think about it, you know, your furniture dolly or moving a refrigerator, you're usually in a pulling position, not a pushing position. So if you're tugging on this, I think you're not going to have an issue pulling this around and have the handle clamps on you. That extended handle also acts as an additional support surface. So I think that might be a good time to introduce my next box. And that would be this box. So these boxes are actually pretty sturdy too. I have to say that. They're not lightweight. These boxes, while not designed to step on, definitely have a certain weight to them that feels like quality. And I need to point out too, these are all made in the USA. The entire system is made here in the USA. So for those of you that matters to, well, here's your US made box system. So this is your next box. This is a kind of a little bit more replicates what's on the market with the other manufacturers as far as the vertical stack style. This box, again, we have the same features as this large box. We have large handles that we can manipulate with gloves on. We have locking hasps in multiple locations that are molded into the lid surface here. So a hasp here, a hasp lock spot there. We have these also really large fold-out handles. So these handles, large, actually so large so that I can actually put two hands in here to get a grip on this. So no issue being able to get a grip on moving this around. And just like the bottom box, I can open this box from two sides. So I have a latch on this side, and I also have a latch on this side. if you notice, I can open the lid on this side, swing it open, lock that down, or I could open the lid on this side and swing it open. The lids have a natural stop where they won't swing past this point, which is kind of nice. And also, in the event that I want to remove my lid, that's easy as well. So I can take the lid completely off, set it aside, and use my box as I need to. Now, this box I preloaded with something that I thought was pretty cool. This one has a tray built in the top of it that actually holds a charger, dual charger, and has space for four 5 amp hour, 6 amp hour batteries, depending on what sizes you're using. So this is just a tray like the other one, but a little bit larger. It gives me space for batteries and a charger all in one place. And again, making the assumption that I'm using this box for maybe power tools, my cordless power tools. I can throw a lot in here as well. This is a large size box. As you can see, it's wide open inside, plenty of space inside of here. Probably can fit just about an entire cordless set in here. Right? Drill driver, impact driver, circular saw, reciprocating saw, an oscillating tool, grinder would probably all fit in here, including putting the lid on as well. So we'll try that out later on, maybe to see how much we can actually pack into one of these. But again, wide open storage. It does have a slot for a divider, so if you wanted to pick up a divider or make a divider out of a piece of plywood, you can do that to divide your tools in here. So we're calling this box as the extra large extension box. Reason for that. Let me go ahead and put this back together for you. Drop the battery tray back in there, or multi-purpose tray. Go ahead and put the lid back on. Installing the lid is easy as well. Just simply drop it on top, latch it, and latch it, and we're ready to go. So this box serves one specific purpose. Actually serves two. One is we can lock it on the top of this box. And as you can see here, it has a latch right here. If you notice, integrated on the tops of all these is a track system. This track system's cool in that I can put boxes on from either direction. So it doesn't matter if I slip them on the front and click it in, or slip it on the back and click it in. Either way, it'll work. I'll show you how that works. So I'm gonna go ahead and, you saw it drop right in the spot as I got it close. The box is off of the slot. I'm gonna bring it over, find that slot. I'm gonna just tug it, and you heard that click. That click is where this latched engaged with the slot in the top here and lock this box in position. And just to show you that it's locked in position, I'm gonna go home, open the lid on here and show you that it won't fall off. So as you can see here, it's locked in position. It's not gonna fall off of there. Also, it just shows you these lids are sturdy enough as well that when you have these lids loaded up, you can still access the stuff inside. Just tilt that forward and you get to whatever you're looking for, and this box isn't gonna come off until, come over here, lift up on this little latch right here, slide it forward, and now we're loose. Now I can do the same with this. I can come the other direction as well. So I can come on this side, push it forward, and now it's actually locked on. And unlock, same thing, pull it off, and it's free to move around. So this box though fits in a unique spot unlike all the other boxes. If you notice on the front of the large rolling tool chest, there is it looks like a holder molded into the front of it. Well, on this box, there's also a pocket molded here and here. And what that allows you to do is this. Take this box and drop it on the front here. So when I have my handle fully extended, I can drop this box here as an additional spot to store some additional things. So extra storage is always good. They thought of that and gave you a spot to park this box either on top or in the front. And that's why this box probably might have your power tools in it, because you're gonna jump off, you drop your toolbox where you're gonna be working, take this off like so, and move it maybe closer to where you're gonna be doing your project. Next box is another large size toolbox. It actually replicates the size of the base box, but it gives you a removable box with no wheels and handle on this one. So this is just a basic box that allows you to click this on. Let's see here. Try to line it up properly. There it is. Got to line it up right. and then that clicks on. So now this box is locked on top of the other box. Same thing as the bottom box. I have hinges front and back, so I have latches front and back, so I can open this on the front side, swing that up, so swing the lid up. Just like the bottom box, comes with a tray, divider, and also the spreader bar. It allows me to lock this in an open, lock this in a locked open position, so now the lid can't collapse down on me. Same thing with this, just like the Moly pack, like the bottom one, I can use this divider, fasten this onto the lid like this, and use this as a way to organize or further create storage for other maybe smaller tools. So and I can locate that in multiple spots across this lid as there's multiple holes drilled or molded into the lid to facilitate an easy application of this. These are available as accessory items for this system. Buy more online. And again, you got a removable tray. Sure, more trays will be available as well. And especially as I expand the system, I would expect to see more storage options that would be integrated into the system. So keep an eye out for that. Remember, this is their initial offering. So we got 7 different boxes and more to come. No system would be complete without some way to store small goods, you know, nuts, bolts, fasteners, things of that nature. The system is no different, and they've come out with a way to do that for all of your small goods. And what we have here is, again, same latch system as all of them. We have large handle, so we have a really large handle, easy to grab this with gloves on, but also large latch. Now this box only locks from one side, so there is no latch on this side. It only opens one way, but that's okay. Open this up. The lid kind of snaps back into a back position. Really, really strong hinge here. So we've got a really strong hinge where I'm not going to be worried about this really snapping off. It is gasketed as well. So again, going to keep that dust and water and dirt out of your box. But what's inside of here is trays, removable trays. And I've gotten where I love these because so many times I only need one type of fastener. Well, I can bring my box, snag out what I need exactly out of one of these and take it with me along with my tool. Reach in there and I'm ready to go. I don't have to carry this around with me everywhere. I would expect over time we're going to see more variety of bins and boxes that will be available in these. And these also have an integrated little ledge with some screw holes on the back side as well. And what that allows us to do too is inside of some of these bigger boxes, there's actually a place where we can put screws in the lid. We can put screws in the lid that would allow us to hang these cups on the back side of this lid. Now you're not going to want to keep them there for long though, because as soon as you close that lid, they'll fall out. But anyways, if you're working as a sort of mobile workstation, you put your spreader in here, keep that lid open so it's not going to fall down on you, and then use these bins, and you can line these up across here in different places for additional place to have some versatility in maybe your portable workstation. And in the event that you don't need these bins, you still have a really nice clean little toolbox here. So depending on what type of work you're doing in your storage, you know, you can customize these as you need to. So the other thing is you have the little, again, AirTag keeper here, and I really like this feature. I mean, this, again, having come from where I've lost and had tools stolen, you know, being able to locate your tools and find them, should they disappear, is a big deal. So it's right here in the front. You can put your AirTag in that spot right there and have a way to track where this toolbox is going. Put this all back in here, close our lid down, latch it, and we're ready to go. The other nice thing too is we got a clear top on here. That way we don't have to open it to see what we have inside. So if we have multiple bins like this, we can just glance and see what kind of fasteners or what kind of bits and tools that we might be storing in here. So it's kind of nice to be able to see this clear lid on here to see what we have. Now as far as storing this goes, just like all the other bins, this guy, again, we have the tracks here. This is a Maktrak, so here's the track. Gonna line this up here and click it in place. That stays put until I remove it. The way to remove it, little black latch here, lift up, turn new, so they're a little stiff, and then it pops forward. Now what's nice is I can locate this here, 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 or here. So a lid this large would allow me to locate 4 of these size boxes. So again, you can totally customize the system how you need it, which is kind of nice. I love versatility. And let's see. Further, next size box, a little bit larger toolbox here. Let's see, they call this one the medium toolbox, and this medium toolbox comes with, let's see, single handle on the top. So these handles too, if you see me tugging on them, remember this is a new system. These are all brand new tools. They're a little stiff, they're brand new. But what's nice is these actually kind of snap into a open position or into that closed position. They're not loose, which is kind of nice. So once I lock that up, I do have that suitcase style, so I can pick this up and carry it like this. So just like the other smaller box, single latch point. It does have integrated hasp padlock locks, so you got one here and one on this side, depending on the way you have this box oriented. Give you access to one of those. You want to lock it, then open it. Got our heavy duty latch, swing that down, and we have access to our box. This box comes integrated with several different trays. As you can see here, I got larger trays and also these smaller under trays. And of course, these are all stackable and removable. And just like the other smaller box, the medium box also has that AirTag security feature as well, so I can track location in this box. Now, same thing here. The lids are pre-molded with holes where you can put, again, these cups could be integrated so that they can latch onto the lid. As you can see, there's these little spots integrated into the lid that would allow you to use this lid in other ways. There's also it's kind of hard to see for you guys, but here there's little grooves or slots also integrated into here that would allow me to pass through maybe Velcro or zip ties or something like that, so I can attach other devices to this lid. So it kind of creates yet more versatility with what you might store in here. And also there's pre-molded grooves in this case as well, so do you want to add dividers? So again, trying to think ahead of what's available now, what might be coming in the future, or if you want to further customize your box, you have that ability. It's gasketed as well, keep the dust and dirt out, and again, the heavy duty latch. Now, I can't say enough about these hinges either. Integrated into these is this really strong hinge system that's not all just plastic. It actually has a metal bar in there, so to give it extensive strength and definitely I think what would be job site durability. These are also marked. These are not designed to be stood on, just so none of the boxes are designed to be used as stepping surfaces. While they are sturdy, well made, these are still not ladders, so just keep that in mind. Your toolboxes. Oh, let's see, I'll set this one aside. And here's a medium, let's see, yeah, so here is a medium, what we call the medium deep organizer. So the medium deep organizer, just like the medium toolbox, same size, same functionality. We got a handle on one side, carry it like a suitcase, or, yeah, one way. So carry it like a suitcase. And a hinge only works one way on this box as well. So latch on this side, swing this guy open. And then we get a whole bunch of different storage options up inside of here. So all kinds of cups in here to store your fasteners and bits and small pieces in. And you can rearrange this as you need to, but all of them are removable, so we can take these out, rearrange as boxes we need to, and be ready to go. It's kind of nice, this large bid. So one thing that always gets me in these types of storage containers is when you get to things like drill bits or pliers or screwdrivers. You know, you might want to throw a screwdriver in with your screws just in case you have to to tweak something by hand. A lot of these storage organizers don't have a place for longer tools. This is kind of nice that we have a place for those longer things you might want to store. Or even fasteners. I mean, we use RSS screws around here quite a bit for some of our testing, and you can't store them anywhere because they're 8 inches long. And most bins are limited to about 4, maybe 6 inches at best. So being able to have a place like this where you have a spot for those longer fasteners, super handy. Again, same as the toolbox, we have spots on the lid that allow us to attach and in the base that are molded for locks. We have a gasket as well, keep out the dust and moisture, that real secure latch, and also integrated into it too. While it's not a handle, it does give you a spot on the back here to put your hands and be able to pick it up. And just like the other box, these can fit on here 2 different ways. Can't get it to line up. Where are we? Oh, there we are. Takes me a second. So we're going to line that up with the grooves and can lock that in place. And just like all the other ones, I can unlock my bottom lid, and once that's locked in place, it stays put. It's not going to go anywhere until I unlock it. So take this off, lift up on that latch, push it forward, and it pops off. Now this can fit in this location, or if I want the hinge to go the other way and latch, I can flip this around and latch it on this way or in this position. So multiple positions that you can locate this on your toolbox. Now, last but not least in this set would be the shallow organizer. So clear lid, just like the other organizers, you can see what's inside. Easy to have access to know what you're dealing with in there. This one uses a little bit different latch structure, so a little smaller latches. It does only open one direction, so we got 2 latches on the front. Click those open. Real positive latches though, those really click hard. Keep that closed. This is not going to open by mistake. It's not going to fall open in the event that you're moving this around. And what you get here is multiple bins, all removable, and also subdividers inside of some of these smaller bins. So if you need to subdivide these into smaller quantities of items, you can do that. And also you got the larger size storage as well. So you got large, medium, large, and then the small, and then the extra small when we use these dividers. Again, all of these are removable, so if you want to just have this where it's wide open, you could do that, or utilize these bins. Again, they also come integrated with the little slot and screw slots on the back so that you can put these into the lids of the other toolboxes. So doing that sort of mobile workstation area, you can do that for sure. And there you have it. There is the shallow organizer. Same thing, clicks on in the same way. You can put it in this position, or I can turn it around and put it the other way. So again, you can build out your storage system for exactly the way that you're going to use it, whether it's in your vehicle or out on your job site. Now, what's fun now is let's stack this all up and just see what this looks like all sort of put together, at least with these initial 7-piece offerings that Makita has. So the first one is I'm going to put the large toolbox on top. So I'm going to put this guy here, latch that one in place. So we have him in place now. Next, we're going to make sure our handle is extended. I'm going to go ahead and put our deep box on the end. So now that box is there. Next, I might do something like put this medium-sized toolbox on. So I'm going to go ahead and put him right there. So now that's all locked together. Next to that, go ahead and put my organizer, my deep organizer, right here. It's locked in place. All this is locked in place so far. Next, got my other clear organizer. Put that right here. Lock that in place. And last but not least, I have my small toolbox. Now I can put this in a couple different places. I can put that up on top up here, or I can put it right here. So there you have it. This is the Maktrak storage system from Makita. What you're seeing here is the initial 7 pieces, and with more to come for sure. So as far as pricing and availability goes, these are available online and in stores. Anywhere that Makita tools are sold, you should be able to get these. Pricing goes anywhere between, for your bottom rolling base, this is $250. Your next box is $160, $130 for your large deep toolbox, $90 for each of these, $75 for this, and about $50 for your smaller organizer. So you got a range of, you know, about $55 to about $250, depending on the part that you want. Again, they're not sold as a set like this. They're sold as individual parts. So sort of a la carte. You pick out the parts that you want, the parts that you need, and you only get what you want, which is kind of nice as you build out your system. I would expect to see more coming from Makita as far as more storage options, more internal storage options, maybe other box sizes. Different, maybe a cart style as well, I would think probably will come down the road eventually. So keep your eyes open for those as they come out, and as they do, we'll probably notify you as well as we get them in here. Now, as far as storage system goes, we have some options on the market. There's a lot of options actually, and I'm curious, which one are you using? Which manufacturer is your favorite one so far? What do you think of the Maktrak system? Drop me a comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to our channel, do that so you don't miss out on any of these videos. And as always, thanks for watching.